So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Today we're going to be talking about this new court case that just dropped that makes it seem like discrimination is more than just hiring and firing. And that's pretty interesting. This article comes from Shaw and Rosenthal, and it's actually written by Fiona Ohm, which is a great author. It's one that I offer. This author is one that I often cover on this channel. And she writes, another federal appellate court broadly defines adverse action under Title VII. And so adverse action here, generally means, hiring or firing. Sometimes it relates to raises and things of that nature, but generally, we're looking at adverse action as hiring and firing, but this court has gone a little bit deeper. And so under Title VII, which defines this, the employee has to show that there's an adverse employment action to determine discrimination, and it's been considered an ultimate employment decision, lack of promotion or termination. But the U.S. Court of Appeals is changing that, and so we're going to talk about that real quick. This court case is a African American woman named Bon. She worked in New York, and she was a principal at a secondary school. She became a principal at a secondary school, and which, interestingly enough, in this capacity, she was a union member. Folks who are watching who are in a union or specifically at a school, let me know down below. Is that common? Is that really normal? I didn't think principals normally were part of the union. Regardless, she became a principal of SMS, which is a high school and or secondary school, sorry. And then she became the principal of the administrator of the school district's RISE program. So she's on her way up. She's moving up. In 2018, 2019. The school district started treating her differently than the other principals. For example, she got chastised and brought to various disciplinary meetings where other people of other races were not. She was instructed to advise students that they were not allowed to wear Halloween costumes, but did not require other schools to do that. She was required to attend a disciplinary meeting to discuss allegedly false claims that she was abusing sick leave. She was accused of coming to school late, even though the union contract had no start time, which, I don't know, that seems, for a school district, that seems a little odd that the union contract doesn't have a start time when they're supposed to be there. She got there between 6:58 and 7:10 a.m., and what seems to be most important is that she applied to be one of the 5 administrators of the summer school program. And the defendants and this was like a position that didn't pay anymore. There was more training, but there was no pay attached to this. But the school district ultimately selected individuals that were less qualified and less experienced. 4 were Caucasian and 1 was Latino. And then there was 1 other qualified candidate who was black and of West Indian descent. And to note, the principal, I think here, which it's not noted in the article, but the principal here was Hispanic. Padilla informed Bone that he was recommending her termination as SMS principal, despite Bone having been rated as an effective administrator in 2018, 2019. So she's getting good reviews, but she's being told that she's in trouble. And so they allege all the reasons for Bone's termination proposal were baseless and pretextual, so there's just nothing to them. So In this, the Second Circuit defined an adverse employment action as a materially adverse change in the terms and conditions of employment, and provided examples which talk about less distinguished title, material loss of benefit, significant diminished material responsibilities, or other indices unique to a particular situation. The denial of a lateral transfer or an additional assignment can qualify as an adverse employment action. And so the Second Circuit Court has taken a much broader stance on adverse action, and I think that that is really interesting. To be honest, if I had to be clear, this is discrimination, and illegal discrimination as they've sort of outlined it here. So I think that this is probably a fair ruling, despite some of my reservations with respect to this. This seems to be, within the spirit of the law, and within the spirit of the reading of it. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.